I'm Raymond Dale Bigelow. I was from near Mattawan, Michigan, near Kalamazoo, and I did 16 years on active duty. I went over to Rota, and matter of fact, they were having their 4th of July party the following Saturday when all their people had off and stuff, so I kind of celebrated the 4th of July here, and I got to celebrate it again that year in Spain. And it was about 3 days, 4 days before the Nimitz pulled up, and I was able to get aboard the Nimitz. In the meantime, I went ahead and I went down to the beach in Rota one time, and I remember seeing a bunch of kids playing, I think it was like hacky sack or something. They were kicking this thing with their feet, not using their hands at all. And there was about 5 of them in like a circle, and they were keeping that thing going for the longest time. I was like pretty impressed. And then when I decided to go up to one of the concession stands and buy a Coke, and I gave them like what I thought was like equivalent of like a $10 bill, and all I got back was some coins. And I thought, well, this is weird. I'm not too sure this is the right thing. And next I heard a lady and her husband, and they had 2 little kids, like about probably 7 or 8 years old, and they were speaking English. So I went up and I asked them, I said, I paid with a bill like this, and I bought a Coke, and I said, this is what I got back, is that right? And she said, no, that they either made a mistake or they were trying to take you. I don't know which one, but she went up there and kind of, spoke Spanish to them, and next thing I know, I'm getting a whole bunch of paper money handed back to me too. So I learned that you better learn the system, because you're not everybody over there is going to be necessarily honest with you. But yeah, I had a good time, and then one thing I noticed was the police didn't carry just a sidearm like they do in our country. I mean, they walked around with like automatic rifles, like submachine gun type things, and I thought that was different. And I also noticed that that people were just, I don't know, they just seemed like they were more family oriented or whatever. People kind of they didn't get in big parties or groups or whatever. They just stayed pretty much to themselves. And then of course I had to deal with we flew over, and so that was my first time ever being overseas, and it took me a couple of days to get my sleep pattern to catch up with me, because I was all out of whack. So then I went aboard the ship.